Mate.
How are you, buddy?
People ask and they receive. Fiery Thursday back.
Fiery Thursday is back. What a way to start, eh?
Got a couple of.
Oh my God. So yeah, it's got busy. So busy we've had to start Thursdays again, mate. How's that?
Hey, double dose of Jack and Hills. What are people going to
do? People, more. Join us. Feel free. Chuck in some comments. Hopefully you're loving Fiery Thursdays. Hopefully you're loving Sizzling Saturday. We're going to run out of words. Oh,
on the Haze.
First things first. Hang on. Oh, maybe not that one. How about this one? Oh, so this episode we're sponsored by the lovely people down at Thatcher's, and they make this wonderful stuff that's converted me into cider, and it's this wonderful stuff called Thatcher's Haze. It's very light. Hey,
you've got your posh glass as well.
Wait, I've got the promo cupboard well stocked, mate. You know, well looked up.
Love it. Well, mate, virtual cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Welcome to Fiery Thursday. Mate, that is a good drop. All right. Let me check the barbecue. I've got some wings on there already from 44 Foods. So a quick look at those, make sure they're not. Look at that. Sizzling away.
It's snap. I've got the sausages on, I've got the ribs on, I've got the wings on. It's as you say, this is an easy feast for a Fiery Thursday, mate. It's just, you know, they've done all the hard work for us, haven't they? They picked the best cuts from the best butchers and just sent them to us in a lovely box. And I'll tell you what, mate, the packaging, well impressed. Really impressed.
Very good. Really good, isn't it, mate? Really good. It's it keeps it nice and fresh and nice and easy. Everything's well labelled. You know exactly what you're getting. Here we go. I'm going to put a few of those. How are these going? Look at these lovely wings. Oh. They've even put the barbecue sauce on the wings already for you. How's that?
The wings come pre-marinated, so did the ribs. We've got some minted lamb kebabs, they're going to go on. We've got some barbecue chicken kebabs, they're going to go on. We've got some steak, some amazing rump steak, look at that. Scotch beef rump steak. Quickly learning, mate, that Scotch beef is some of the best Britain has to offer. I don't know how you feel about that.
I think there's a lot of flavour profiles around the country, and the easiest one to identify is Scottish beef. I think you never go wrong with a bit of Scottish beef, do you?
Amazing stuff. Love it. I'm well looking forward to this little feast we've got going on.
Well, we'll have a chat. We'll have a chat to Martyn a bit later at about 4:30. Martyn from 44 Foods, and he's going to tell us a little bit about all of the food that he's growing, etc., and the farms behind the produce, behind the boxes that they send out. Wonderfully packed through the box, isn't it? Like the way it's sealed and all kept nice and insulated, you know?
Yeah, as I say, mate, you know, the packaging was top notch. It can actually hold up to 25 kilograms of food. So if you're going to order a load of gear, yeah. I mean, look at that. It's not far off it, is it, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, mate, someone said they love Fiery Thursdays. It's back. What, you know, we've been saying about doing this for a while, but obviously, like, lockdown's lifted. It's a little bit more difficult to plan things on a Thursday, so that's why we've been doing the Saturdays. But on the odd special occasion now, we're going to do a Fiery Thursday. So not every week, but watch out. Oh, I've missed you guys. Thank you very much. Don't forget to support the show. Buy a badge, get a little name next to you.
Enjoy a cocktail as well. Minted land cocktails, buddy.
I'm going to get mine on. Get mine on.
And I think I might put my burgers on as well, and then in a few minutes I'll do the steaks. But I'm going to do the steak on the sear zone on the charbroil. How's that?
Okay, that's a good idea.
How's that? So we'll do that in a minute.
I'll do that, mate, on the barbecue. I never normally have it that often, but yeah, you know, cough there. You know what, confessions, you're right, mate. This is where it started. Fiery Thursdays, you know, during lockdown, we're like, what we're going to do with our time. We thought, have a barbecue. We like cooking together normally, spending time with our families and stuff. But obviously, we couldn't do that because of lockdown. So that's why we started doing it via the older Instagram, mate. And it's just gone from strength to strength.
It's perfect, isn't it, mate? Perfect. Perfect way to spend an evening. And then there's going to be a couple of neighbours here that are going to enjoy the food here as well. We're going to make a nice big barbecue platter, and for the studio audience.
They're waiting. The little one's going to have something with us later as well. So all good.
Nice, nice. And not to forget, our major sponsor is Charbroil.
Oh, mate.
Ooh. And tonight we're going to be giving away one of these bad boys, aren't we?
You know what, mate? We've been cooking on these, haven't we, now for the past 3 months or so, and I've been mightily impressed. You know, bear in mind, like, your average griller maybe fires up once or twice a week, maybe your average sort of family.
Yeah.
Constantly every Saturday. I've used it every night, most of the night. You know, most times I cook. And I tell you what, yeah, hasn't skipped a beat. Got to make sure you clean it though, because otherwise it does smoke a little bit. But apart from that, spot on, mate. Love it.
I have noticed that because it's got underneath it, it's got this little tray where a little sort of mesh where it creates this infrared heat, they call it. So rather than just having the sort of gas directly underneath your grills there, it's got this sort of mesh above it. It might be a bit hard to see there, but it makes a really wonderful, lovely, even heat, I've found. It's really good for, like, the chicken wings really benefit from it because you don't have these little hot spots and things like that.
And you know what, mate? I'm one of these people that always drops something through the grill. So, like, you know, when you're doing like halloumi or like peppers or something like that, I always end up dropping something through the grate. But with this, you're never going to drop anything through because it's got that protective layer underneath.
It's a very good machine, isn't it? A very, very, very good machine. Very easy to use. It's got the sear zone on the side. It's got the two wing panels, so you've got plenty of space to store stuff. You've got the electric lighter, and of course, well, we've got cans tonight, but of course it's got the obligatory royal bottle opener here as well.
You love the bottle opener, mate. You're always like showing it off. You're like, wait, look at this.
Look, even if I'm not having a barbecue, I just get people to come around and pop the open their beer on the bottle opener. You know?
Yeah.
Here we go. Let's flip those over. These coffees are lovely.
Someone just said in the comments, mate, about the halloumi dropping through the grate. It's one of my things that annoy me the most. When you lose something through the grill, you're like, oh. But yeah, with this, nothing. It just. But yeah, that's the thing. You got to keep it clean. But apart from that, yeah, very impressed.
And there's lots of different accessories with this machine as well. Have you got your smoke box machine?
I've not got it on, no, but I do use it quite regularly. I mean, we've done a couple of episodes, haven't we, where we smoked large pieces of meat. I think when we did the picanha, I had it in. And I tell you what, mate, it produced so much smoke. You know, I used some good quality pellets in there, some cherry pellets. But yeah, well impressed. Get the little chicken kebabs on hills. Ooh.
Right. This is looking so good. This is looking so delicious here. A little bit, you know. I've got 4 burgers going. I'll do the steak last, and then we've got a lovely big platter going. But yeah, I've got my box going, and then Jack. You remember from our other episode, I've got my new favourite toy. Whoop. There's the safety. How's that? Look at this. I've got some wood chips in here, so I might just get them alight quickly. Hurry it along.
He's planned this to a T, the man.
Look at that.
I mean, while we're talking about things that we've been sent that we enjoy mostly, look at this. The barbecue cloth wipes from Ultra Grime. Absolutely amazing lifesavers. You can actually use them on your hands, which I find is pretty good as well, because they're always getting greasy fingers. And the worst thing is when you're trying to serve people food and you've got like stuff under your fingernails, it looks all gross. These things, wipe, done.
And there also, is that the ice cream man in the back there?
Hey, that's the thing with the Thursday, isn't it? You get the geezer coming around with his 99s. Fucking shit ice cream van.
Here's to the ice cream man, mate. Here's to the ice cream man.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Yeah, no, those AFTERBURN wipes, I found they're really good for cleaning your tools as well, your barbecue tools, like your tongs and stuff. So rather than sort of put them in the dishwasher or anything like that and get them muddled up with the household kit, you just give them a wipe with tools, mate. You know, really, and, you know, in between different meats as well. So, you know, if you want to do a clean.
And they last quite a long time. I think you get 60 in a box for a tenner. So, not sad at all.
All right, here we go. I think little wings I'm going to put up the top here. And these wings are looking really good, buddy.
You get a nice with that ultra, you know, that infrared barrier. You get a nice bit of smoke coming off it, which I quite enjoy.
Yeah.
Flavors.
Here we go. Look at that. Oh well.
Oh well, live TV. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, so
that's exactly it. Means he's run out.
So yeah, the old char broil, it's done really well for us, mate. Like, man, I'm pretty happy with the unit here. I want to keep it going for a while. It's so easy to fire up in the week, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, barbecue is all about cooking outside for us, isn't it, Hill? So the fact that you can get outside on a weeknight with family and do a quick barbecue. I mean, I literally lit this at 10:06. So the fact that we're now cooking and it's 10 past 6, 6:15, dinner will be ready about 6:30. We're away.
Good timing, isn't it, mate? Good timing. And it was looking a bit wet here earlier, so I put the umbrella up, but I think we're all good here now, mate. So
yeah, you know what? It spit a little bit, but it looks all right now. I just think we're gonna survive.
So mate, tell us what else have you been up to this week? You've been doing anything barbecue special?
Yes, mate. Well, this is a call to action for everybody watching. I'm representing Scotland in the Traeger battle. So we're currently up against Sweden. Myself and Cook Food Eat Food, we made an amazing Scottish themed smash burger. And the vote's now live. Head over to Traeger Grills Europe and vote for Scotland because our burger is amazing. We did black pudding smash burgers, so Aberdeen Angus mince, black pudding, made it into smash burgers. We did bacon, we did whiskey ketchup, we used some of sausage, the company's lawn sausage, basically made a Big Mac, but better. So yeah, get over and vote if you can.
Right, that's it. Might just, we've got a few veggies going there as well. That's the good thing about the charbroil, mate, too. Look, you get all of these all these like wonderful accessories too. Like, hang on. Well, there you go. Number one, really good
gloves. Yeah,
gloves. They're very helpful. And you get these lovely little baskets for your veggies, etc. Small ones, big ones. So, yeah, I've just given them a stir a minute ago. Thank you, Sushi. And, go on here. They've got a meat thermometer. Oh, which I'm not sure if I've got out of the cupboard, sous chef. The meat thermometer. But yeah, it's all happening, buddy. Look at that. Oh. Yeah, the drawer with gloves come from. I'm going to put those in there. Look at that.
I've got a lovely smell coming off these lamb coffers. They're smelling lovely.
Yeah, I'm just going to give them a bit of a rotate around.
Ooh. Get the sausages down here now, Hill. They've had a little bit of time to take on some heat so they don't just totally burn.
All right. I've got a few chicken skewers. Oh, here we go. And here's another accessory they got. Instant read meat thermometer. So really, really handy if you're definitely a must-have gadget as soon as you get starting in your barbecue. Get one of these. If you want to cook a proper steak, perfect. Thing you can do is get one of these. And even to look, just checking the internal temperature of the burgers here.
You know, mate, you've hit the nail on the head there. I get a lot of people message saying, "Oh, what's the sort of best way to get into barbecue? What's the best way to get to produce amazing food? Cook to temperature." You know, cooking indoors, we do lots of, like, recipe books, we do lots of time, don't we? So, like, bake your apple pie for an hour and a half, or whatever. But with barbecue, it's a few more variables to take into consideration. So yeah, meat thermometer. You want to make sure your food's safe to eat. You're not overcooking it, and obviously it remains juicy. Meat thermometer, don't have to spend a lot. They're pretty reasonable. Charbroil, I think their one's about £25. And basically, yeah, make sure your food's cooked, safe to eat, delicious. Because that's the last thing you want is do you remember the old advert, the Turkish delight sausage, where it was pink in the middle?
No.
So, well, I'll see you again. It basically means you get to see your barbecue again. Not in a good way.
Okay. All right, yeah. So, I mean, there's a bit of a question for you, Dak. I just probed the burgers. They look a bit medium, but it said 47 degrees. Where do you think I should take these burgers off?
Which ones are you cooking? Are you cooking the steak ones?
The dry aged ones, yes. The dry aged steak ones, yes.
I mean, to be honest, mate, if you want you could treat it like a steak. So I did burgers the other day, and I fancied them to be like medium. So I cooked it to like 55 degrees, and they were beautifully pink. And because they're steak, you don't have to worry too much about cooking out anything that's been added. So there's no like rust or anything like that that's been added. So yeah, you can just cook it like you would a steak. So 55, 60 degrees.
Okay.
Depends how you want your burger, mate. I quite like it a bit pink in the middle. So yeah, I normally go for 55.
Definitely. But you will find all of the commercial places, they'll cook to much more than that, because technically when you're serving food, you have to cook it up to, what is it, 74, worry no more?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. As you're right, for commercial restaurants, they've basically got to stick to like health and safety, things like that. But when you're cooking at home, it's total personal preference, isn't it? But I mean, I quite like, if you're doing smash burgers, they're thin, they're crispy, they're like really well cooked. But like these, like a steakhouse burger, I would say, you can have it like a steak. Oh, mate, these are looking absolutely amazing.
Oh, right. I'm gonna put my steaks on in a minute, and it's a couple of nice rump steaks that they from the box as well. Again, some Scottish beef. I haven't seasoned them yet, so I'll give that a quick season now. Lucky I brought that out with me. They have been resting for a little bit, so they're at room temperature.
You got your ribs on as well, mate. You get your ribs on?
No, I've saved them for later. I haven't cooked absolutely everything, Jack.
Hey, I went whole hog, mate. I've gone with everything. So now I've given everything a bit of colour, mate. I'm basically like reverse searing this, or reverse searing it. So yeah, give it a bit of colour on the grill. And now we're going to move it up top away from the direct heat, and then just crank up the barbecue and let it cook so it becomes safe to eat.
All right, here we go. Let me just move these veggies around a little bit. Hang on, I've only seasoned one side of the steak too.
Right, so you're going to get your sizzle zone up and running, are you?
Yep, any second now, mate. And I think that might be the segue into having a chat. And that might be the segue into having a bit of a chat with Martyn. And he's going to join us at 6:30, so in about 10 minutes. So we'll have a bit of a yarn with that, but that might be the right time. Get a bit of steak sizzling away. Here we go. Just some peppers.
I was going to say, what's your go-to side dish with like a bit of a barbecue platter?
Well, what I'm doing here is the chicken and the chicken skewer. Well, the chicken wings are there on their own. Got a little bit of veggie here. Just going to make some little kebabs for the wraps for the chicken and for the kofta there. But it's got the veggies here. That's going to go with the steak. Shuffle that around a little bit. Yeah, I quite like long stem broccoli as well. That's always a bit of a winner on the barbecue. Potatoes. I got to watch the potatoes. You know.
It made too many carbs. It tastes so good.
I'd have to do some of that exercise stuff. You know that's no good.
Well, you usually get on your bike, mate, didn't you, and have a little cycle down Smithfield? But I've not seen you up the A10 for a while. So yeah.
I think that's going to be on the card soon. Get on the bike and get down to Smithfield to go see the good folks down there and see what they're up to, see what magic they've been making down there.
So, Hill, someone's just asked, or it's actually 44 Foods, just asked, why are you cooking with the lid up and why am I cooking with the lid down? So, what I did with mine, I mean, I like to basically give things a little bit of colour with high heat and then move it off the grill and have it up top so it basically can continue to cook. So a bit like, you know, when you reverse sear a steak, you bring it up slowly. I'm doing the opposite. So I'm searing it first, putting it on top, letting the grill get to a nice temperature, and then just letting it basically ride out because we're cooking things that have got a lot of fat in them. So like lamb koftas with a lot of fat in them, chicken wings a lot of fat in them, and that can cause flare-ups in your grill. So basically, yeah, we just keep it up top so the fat can drip down, hit the hot grill, create a bit of vapor, smoke, and flavour the food.
And the reason that I've got my lid up mostly I forgot to put it down. How's that? I've just been eyeing
no scientific reason there, Hills, to explain.
No, I love it. I just love watching the food cook away here. I mean, you know, it's much better to do it. Make sure you got the lid down to get things evenly through, so on and so forth. I'll get the sausages up a little bit more.
You know what they say, mate, if you're looking, you're not cooking.
All right. Let's close that. Let's close that up and I'll get ready to
did a low and slow burger yesterday, mate. 250 gram burger, so big, thick old burger. Treated it like a steak, reverse sear. It's exactly right, isn't it?
Yeah. Nice. Here we go. All right, I'm going to get the side burner going, and I'm going to do one of these steaks now that I've seasoned it on both sides. Yeah. I'll do one of those live. How does that sound?
Good, mate. Get mine open now. Galloway meat.
Galloway. So I'm pretty sure that's a breed, isn't it?
Yeah, belted Galloway, I think, is a breed of cattle. But I'm sure when you chat to the guys from 44 Foods, they'll give us a little bit of a heads up. So I'm struggling to keep open, mate, here. Struggling.
Good evening from Exmouth.
Exmouth? Mate, I'm used to, when it comes to outside London, I'm useless.
London and Essex, mate. That's all you know, isn't it?
Yeah. Basically, yeah. Anything outside of Zone 5. No.
All right. So what we're looking for on the sizzle zone then is you'll see it glow quite hot, quite red here, and then when you put your hand on it, it should be, you know, hand near it rather, not on it. But when you put your hand near it, it should be sort of uncomfortable to the touch, you know, within 3 seconds.
Yeah, 3 second count. Yeah.
So, got some lovely veggies there. I might move them up the top. Got chicken skewers.
Shall I do a bit of a close up of all my gear on the barbecue, Hills?
Sorry, mate.
I'll just do a little bit of a close up, show them what we got.
Go on.
So we've got nice chicken wings. We've got the burgers. We've got the ribs. We've got the chicken kebabs. And we've got the koftas. And don't forget, everyone's favourite, a banger. Nice little, nice sausage. Back on the harness there, mate.
Ooh, all right. Here we go. I find stacking sausages quite fun when on the barbecue, Jack. I don't know about you, but making them so that they get cooked all the way round. You don't need to cook them on a super hot, a medium heat for the sausages. But I like to sort of rotate them around a bit and sort of stack them in nice neat little piles and stuff.
Yeah, look, you see like what I've just done there, like just like a bit like a pyramid.
Yeah, make little patterns out of it.
Yeah, I just find they cook it nicer. Like there's a load of misconceptions in there with like British barbecue about like burnt sausage, like nuked on the outside and like raw in the middle. But basically, misconception is it? You don't have to have your grill the hottest it goes. You know what I mean? Like everyone gets their charcoal, like fills the barbecue up with charcoal to the max. Gets it to like 300 degrees and then everything's nuked. But now there's like basically technology out there that you can use to make your cooking amazing. So like meat thermometers, loads of videos out there to educate yourself on how to do a decent barbecue. So no excuses. No excuses.
Exactly. Here you go. I'll quickly show everyone. I'll do my barbecue close up. How's that, Jack?
Lovely, mate.
Hang on. That'll get the hot.
Get one on as well, mate.
Go. Look at that. Whoa. There you go. There's a bit of a feast for a few folks.
Hey. So you've got a bit of a studio audience come around, have you?
Yes, yeah. They're a bit quiet at the moment, but I can see them beginning to chew the carpet. They're getting a bit hungry now. I can smell those lamb kofta. They're really lovely. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, I think the chicken's done as well. Chicken skewers, they're done. They look nice and juicy. They're going to go in a nice little wrap with some hummus and salad. Sausages, a little bit of boiled burgers, almost there. What did you say, internal temperature for the burgers, Jack? Here we go.
I like to get them towards sort of 55, 60 for a good quality steak burger like that. Obviously, you don't want to dry it out. You get some nice grill marks on the outside of it, and then let it come up to temperature slowly. But mate, I tell you what, I think people are really happy we're back on a Thursday. Fiery Thursday's back in the house.
Definitely, mate. Definitely. Here we go. Look. All right. These are all in between 50 to 65 in here, so I'm just going to turn that down a little bit. I think they're done. I'm happy with those. Put them over here. Get ready to serve them up a little bit later.
Tell you what though, Hill, if you don't have a meat thermometer, what's the sort of cooking tips to if you don't have a thermometer, how would you tell if something is cooked and safe to eat?
Look for the colour of the juices.
That's it, yeah.
How's that? Make sure they're nice and clear. There's no sort of blood colour in them at all.
Yeah, that's it. Let the juices run clear, basically. Because obviously we talk about all this equipment, but it does come at a cost. So if you're just starting off and you don't want to invest a load of money in something you're not sure you might even like. I mean, some people do a barbecue outside and they think, bloody hell, that's it for a year, not doing that again. So, that's it. Let the juices run clear, safe to eat, gorgeous. Hey, I'm pretty struggling wrapping these steaks, I tell you.
I think I'm mostly done here, mate.
Yeah?
Done. I'm going to leave. That's just I'm chilling on that side. I've got this side here. I'll keep those kofta going and cook the sausages as well. The sear zone's quite nice and hot. Well, I'll tell you what, Jack, we've just hit the time where we should be having a chat with Martyn, but before we should probably announce the winner of the barbecue. How's that? And see if they're watching.
Go for it, mate.
All right.
This is our last one, isn't it, mate? This is our last giveaway with Charbroil. So they've kindly sponsored us and supported us for the last sort of 3 months, and we've loved it. And this is our last giveaway. So yeah, thanks to Charbroil. Obviously, loved working with you. It's been amazing. Products are great. So happy days.
Well, hopefully we'll do a little bit more, mate. But here we go. Here's the winner from the random selection software. Someone called Dan Porter LDN. So Dan Porter, London, if you're online there, can you see us?
Awesome. Dan Porter, London. Give us a thumbs up or a
Give us a wave and we'll sort it out for you. We've got a there you go. All right, buddy. Well, yeah, I think we will have Martyn from 44 Foods ready to go. So let's see if he's 44 Foods Let's invite him in now, and let's see what Martyn's up to. Martyn, if you're there. And then I've got a bit of food cooking away here. It's pretty done. Keeping it nice and warm. I've got the grill shelf up the top, nice and stacked. This is all looking really lovely. I think this will come out really well. Martyn, if you're there.
It's off to grab my little thermometer there, mate. Give things a little test.
All right.
Yeah, lovely.
And one of them. Here we go. I think
Hello.
We've got Martyn about to join us now.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Here I am.
All right, I can see a circle there. Can you see us okay, Martyn?
I can see you, yeah.
Hello, Martyn. How are you?
I'm good. How's it going?
Things are well under control.
And so, Martyn, you're one of the farmers with 44 Foods, or tell us a little bit about yourself and 44 Foods in general.
Yeah, sure. We Buttercross Butchers from Market Drayton, and we've been with 44 Foods probably, well, since they started off, which isn't that long ago. Yeah, basically our background is in pig farming, and more recently in outdoor pig farming. And
Okay.
all we look to do is to produce really top-notch pork and bacon and gammon products, as well as other meats and stuff. And yeah, 44 Foods came along just after lockdown last year and said, you know, this is what we're thinking of doing. And the concept of their idea is absolutely brilliant, because I don't know anybody else that's managed to pull off this, you know, pulling together the best of all of the British producers of all sorts of fresh food, so that the public can get it absolutely dead easy without any problem. It's like having a really good quality farm shop in your own living room. It's fantastic.
It's great, isn't it? Yeah, we Jack and I were commenting on the boxes and the packaging earlier. It's all very presentable, and it's all very insulated. I can see the quality in the cardboard box around the edge, the sort of gap there that lets it stay nice and cool, and the insulation as well, and then it can hold 25 kilograms worth of meat.
It's just when these boxes turn up, because we're regular 44 Food customers as well as being suppliers, obviously, and when these boxes turn up, it's a real treat. You feel like you're getting something before you even open the box. You realise what quality and thought's gone into the products. Like you say, the box, the way that it opens, it's a bit like Christmas. And I've seen you know, pictures and feeds and stuff on various bits of social media that talk about that before they even open the box. But yeah, it's been a really, I think it's the concept of what they do is absolutely brilliant.
Okay, and they're from, where did you say? Market Drayton, was it? That's where you are.
Yeah,
and
we're smack in the middle of the country.
Right. Which shire is that? Or forgive me, I'm
North
Shropshire. Okay, and that's a bit of the sort of part of the food heartlands of the country, really, isn't it, mate?
For a good while, Shropshire's been flagged up, even though it's pretty low in population. It's been flagged up rightly as being a really, really good food producing area. It's very rural, but there are some fantastic producers in and around Shropshire, as well as the rest of the country, obviously. Yeah, we started this actually on the back of that food movement, going back over 20 years. And we as pig farmers were getting absolutely brassed off that we were producing a top quality pig for the major retailers to tell us that it was worth nothing, and but you know, charge too much for it at the same time. And we just wanted to get back in contact with customers, really. or when I say back in contact with customers, actually get in touch with customers and be able to talk to them directly and ask them what they want rather than being told by supermarket buyers. So
Nice.
We were completely, I have to say, and be honest about it, we were completely clueless about the food industry really as farmers, because we'd been so far removed from it for such a long time. And once we got going, we realised that there was a huge appetite for really high quality products, and that's what we set out to do, and that's what we still do now.
Nice. And then your farm itself. Oh, sorry, Jack.
I was going to say, mate, that's exactly the ethos we sort of champion on Sizzling Saturdays / Fiery Thursdays. Is people love sustainability, ethically sourced, animal husbandry. They love that in their meat. So the fact that you're championing that is amazing.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
And we're very proud. We like for people to know where their food came from. It's much more interesting, and people I think have lost that connection with the food, like you're saying, through the supermarkets, etc. And to be to know where your food comes from, to know that your steak came from a particular farm or a particular area, and it was a particular breed of cow, I think it is very important for people, even if they don't go too much further than that. I just think it's very important for people to know where their food exactly came from.
I would completely agree. It's been a growing movement that hit with a bit of a bang, probably more than 20 years ago, and since then it's grown and grown and grown and grown. And like you say, there are levels to people's interest. Some people's interest simply comes to the fact that they want to know roughly in the country where it's come from, and that they know they can trust it. Right the way up to, well, let me walk the field with you, let me look at the animals, and let me see how you make this stuff. It's and we love people that are really, really interested, because we can show them everything from one end to the other.
Nice. And then from perhaps a barbecue perspective, because as you can imagine, we're a little bit biased towards barbecue. What products you're selling? Or I see 44 Foods are selling barbecue boxes, etc. And quite substantial. What I'm cooking up here is only part of the box that was sent out. And, it's quite a good meal. It's going to be enjoyed by 4 of us here this evening. What sort of, how are you packaging it? What are you doing for the barbecue crowd out there?
Okay, well, from a barbecue perspective, in that barbecue box, we're produced. There's several different items. There's beef and there's chicken and there's pork, sausages and ribs. We are responsible for the ribs and the sausages. The one thing actually I need to say about the sausages before we go much further about anything else is that they're based on a recipe which we started with many years ago, but nearly 2 years ago now we converted all our facilities into being gluten-free, and it's been really, really well received. There's so many people at home and also in a lot of restaurants that we supply are under such a lot of pressure now to remove as many allergens as possible. But there was a massive problem for us in that we had to produce a product which was equally as good, if not better, than our previous glutinous product. But it was really, really difficult to do, because taking away wheat rusk out of sausages, which is effectively what is the majority of the gluten that goes in, the texture was wrong, the flavour was wrong, and it took us a good long while to get it right. So we're really, really proud of our sausages, and we do a huge range. Typically, we are making 10 to 12 varieties every week, and our trade, as well as with 44 Foods, goes into quite a few restaurants and hostelries and the catering trade in general. And sausages has got to be the barbecue staple, hasn't it?
Oh, definitely. Everywhere around the country, everybody has sausage, and it's a good weeknight meal. It's a good weekend meal. It's good for your breakfast as well. There's such a versatile thing, and to get good sausages, and gluten-free as well. I think, and to achieve the flavour. Well, I haven't tried them yet, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be pretty special, mate.
They will be awesome. Yeah.
Nicely as well.
Sorry, Jack.
I said they cooked really nicely as well. They didn't burst, and they didn't, they didn't the meat didn't come at the end. So yeah, really well made. Very impressed. I can't wait to tuck on in. I've just got some steaks on the sizzle zone hills. I don't know if you saw there. Look, look. Whoa, look at that, mate. We call that grill mate, don't we, Hills?
Definitely. I think I might have to put one quickly on there right now. How's that, Jack?
Yeah, mate. What temperature are you going for in your rump?
What temperature?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep mine medium rare, so probably about, what's that, 47, 48, take it off.
Yeah, let it rest.
Yeah, let it rest. It'd be quick. So, Martyn, then, there's a few farmers involved in the 44 Foods. How does it work? Is it a collective? Is everyone from one area, or how do you choose the vendors for 44 Foods?
Well, 44 Foods choose their own vendors. I'm afraid I can't influence that. But what I can tell you is that the producers and suppliers that they do choose are very, very good. One or two of them are already known to us. Adlington, for example, who produce some of the poultry and what have you, I think is part of the barbecue box. They've been poultry and turkey farmers in particular for a good many years, generations. Their qualities are second to none. And, you know, the fresh fruit, not necessarily barbecue stuff other than sides, but the fresh produce comes from Woodwall's farm in Warwickshire. And, you know, again, they all share the same ethos. There's, I'm just trying to think about I ought to know really, I ought to remember the name of the beef supplier that's in there, but it'll come back to me in a minute. But the beef that we've tried from them has been really, really top notch. But I was talking to one of the 44 Foods gang, Lucy actually. Hello, Lucy. Don't know if you can see me. Yesterday, and we were talking about quality, and there is it's a really overused word, and it's difficult to if you're trying to explain to somebody what quality is. And I don't know if you've got a handle on it exactly from your end, but we formed the opinion in house here that our qualities lie in simplicity, and that if somebody asks us, because we have been asked in the past, can you do a similar product for that, but can you make it half the price? And we say, well, you know, having tried a few times, no, it isn't possible for us to do that. It's really difficult. And so in terms of qualities, we've sort of come to recognize the fact that simplicity is the key. We take really good quality cuts of pork, belly, shoulders. We mince them a couple of times. We mix them with some other ingredients and pop them through a sausage filler and create a sausage. And it's as simple as that. So if you're trying to make a product more cost effective for the consumer, which is obviously really vital to many, many consumers, you end up complicating the process and putting in ingredients that you wouldn't ordinarily do and adding different cuts of meat, and you end up with a much lesser product. So I don't know whether you'd support that in your barbecues.
No, we're all as natural as people as you can keep it, and as close to as its original, you know, was originally. You know, don't mess with things too much. Even steaks, you know, you don't have to add fancy sort of rubs and things to them too much. Just salt and pepper. It's simple. As close as possible to natural, I think, is the way to go.
Yeah, the ingredients themselves.
Okay, I'm going to get my steak off now. Might have a little. I'll put another couple on in another couple of seconds. So, from a barbecue point of view, then, Martyn, do you barbecue yourself, and do you have anything particularly that's a particular favourite of yours on the barbecue, mate?
Big admission here now. I'm not much of a cook, although I have to confess, in the last 6 to 12 months, I've been becoming more and more interested in barbecue. But the barbecue that really interests me is the low and slow, because you can buy through 44 Foods a product that we create, which is a perfect pork shoulder for pulling.
Ooh.
And I'm not just telling you that I'm getting more interested in barbecue. In my workshop, I've got a half-made UDS, and probably within after the barbecue season's finished, ready for the winter, I'll have it ready to get myself going so that we can do some some slow smoking through the winter.
Oh, nice. I think once you smoke that first pork shoulder, mate, then I think you're going to be hooked on barbecue after that. You'll end up like talking about it on Instagram all the time. Yeah, no, we like to cook a bit low and slow as well. It's a bit difficult during the week, but certainly on the weekends, you know, a pork shoulder, or, you know, I'm guessing you probably get some pretty good briskets up that way nowadays.
Yeah, pretty good briskets. Yeah. We're very, very fortunate in that the connections that we've made in the industry over the years are that the abattoir where we have all our pigs killed is also, you know, process some awesome cattle too. So yeah, it does. It still really gets us excited when we start breaking down forequarters and pulling these briskets off, because there's nothing else quite like it.
Yeah, there's a lot of the barbecue guys in the UK that'll be looking out for that. I think they find it very difficult to find a good UK brisket. And, you know, someone like Mr. Artist Barbecue, you know, he's always on the hunt for a really good British brisket, and they're a little bit harder to find.
They tend to be that, for what we understand, some of the restaurants that we've supplied briskets to, people tend to like the pretty young animals that come out of America, and we tend to carry a bit more fat in the native breeds and kill them a bit older, and that does affect it a little bit, I believe. But you are right. There's more of a move to being able to produce these animals which are more akin to what the barbecue boys want.
Nice. Okay, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll have a few people interested in your pork shoulders now, and then, you know, as soon as you start promoting your briskets out there, and there'll be a lot of the barbecue guys interested in getting a hold of some of them, I'd say. Yeah.
Well, I would imagine that if it's the sort of thing that gains in popularity, 44 Foods will be all over it, and you know, we'll be ready to supply whatever they need.
Nice. Okay, well, I think I've cooked both of the steaks now. Jack, how are you going?
Hey, everything's done. Everything's resting. The family looking at it like saliva dripping from their mouth. So that's a good sign. Like, yeah. Got a very hungry 1-year-old who's banging at the door, ready to eat. So yeah, all good.
I'm going to put together this bit of barbecue platter and get the studio audience fed as well. But yeah, any last words for us, Martyn, and words for the audience?
Yeah, I think that the most important message I can give is that over the 20 years that we've been in business, there's been 1 or 2 organisations that have tried to pull together the best of the small producers across the country, so that it's available to the nation on a very high quality, fresh and daily basis. And nobody other than 44 Foods has managed it yet. And I think that what they're doing is really, really good. And if sustainability, if quality is really, really important to you, and freshness, then 44food.com, go for it.
People have a bit of provenance, so yeah, that's exactly it.
We're there, mate. We're there, and we're going to get. Speaking of which, we're going to get our 44 Foods off and get it all nice and served up, and hopefully we've cooked it right, and we'll get some wonderful pictures out, and we'll share all of the pictures with our audience and share some of the comments and the great food that you've supplied there. But thanks for joining us, Martyn. Hope it all goes well for yourself and 44 Foods. Okay.
Thank you very much, and likewise.
We'll get you back on, Martyn, and hopefully we'll be able to see you next time.
Yeah, it's a pity. I've even gone to town and, you know, put myself a home studio together on a tripod and everything. But never mind, technology for you.
Another excuse to have another episode with you, mate. So yeah.
Okay.
We'll do it again. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Martyn.
Thank you.
All the best, mate.
Cheerio.
Bye.